Imagine a regular evening. You come home from work, somewhere in the suburbs. You close your laptop, kick off your sneakers, toss your keys on the table, and tell yourself you'll just scroll the feed for 5 minutes to clear your head. Those 5 minutes are the holiest lie of modern life. You open TikTok or Instagram, and it begins. A video about insane grocery prices turns into a story about some guy who bought a duplex at 27 and now lives for free. Then someone says the housing market is about to crash. The next person says it will never crash. Then someone is pushing a new side hustle that supposedly makes $800 a day. You blink, and it's almost 1 in the morning. You didn't rest. You didn't get smarter. You didn't solve a single problem. But now anxiety, anger, envy, and that sticky feeling that life is passing you by are all bubbling inside you. The worst part is that you think all of this is free entertainment, when in reality, you're paying with the most valuable asset you have, the minutes of your life. Welcome to the attention market. There are no opening bells here, but deals are happening every second. While you stare at the screen, advertisers are buying access to your eyeballs. Politicians are buying access to your irritation. Influencers are selling themselves as authorities. Scammers are aiming straight at your fears. The platform isn't selling content. It's selling the probability that you won't go offline. It's a mistake to think social media platforms are competing with each other. They're fighting for your sleep, your workout, your conversations with people you love, and even simple silence. Things used to be honest. You paid money and got a product. Social media broke that model by offering videos, memes, other people's drama, and little servings of outrage for free. The average person feels clever, like they beat the system, but in reality, the system just beat them. When the product is free, the product is you, your behavior, the way your eyes pause on thumbnails, your little bursts of anger, your weakness for headlines like, "They hid this from us." To them, you're just raw material. The algorithm has no feelings toward you. It's a hungry machine. It doesn't care about your happiness. It only cares about retention. If you get stuck for 40 minutes and start arguing in the comments with some random nobody about crypto, taxes, or Taylor Swift, the machine happily rubs its metal paws together. That's why your feed looks like a psychiatric meat grinder. Calm truth requires boring context and actual thinking. A fake works instantly. It points to an enemy and demands a reaction. And fakes don't win because people are stupid. They win because they are perfectly engineered for a brain that still works like an ancient alarm system. Social media connected that alarm system to a smartphone, covered it in ads, and called it engagement. You believe planted stories and misinformation because they disguise themselves as your fears. Afraid of poverty? Here's a video about the death of the middle class. Don't trust the government? Here are some leaked documents. A fake knocks on the door using the voice of your own anxiety, and you open the door yourself, feeling relief because your suspicions have finally been confirmed. The attention market knows it doesn't need your real personality profile. It only needs to know what makes you stop scrolling. If you pause on videos full of shouting and catastrophe, the algorithm understands that you don't want truth. You want emotional cocaine, and it gives you more reasons to be angry. At the same time, social media sells you status and identity. Successful professional, rebel, aesthete, truth seeker. And the moment you build your identity around the idea that I don't fall for propaganda, you become the perfect target for a different kind of propaganda with a different logo. A fake doesn't ask for money right away. First, it takes your identity. Then, once trust is high enough, the monetization begins. Courses, crypto, donations. Scammers don't even need to break down the door. A tired person is already sitting there with a phone in his hand, waiting for quick solutions. And even smart people get pulled in, because powerful intelligence without discipline only becomes better at justifying the descent into the algorithmic rabbit hole. Every fake contains a piece of truth. Prices really are rising. Corporations really are fighting for your data, but they sell you that tiny piece of reality, coded in panic, as the whole truth. For the system, it makes no difference whether you love a creator or hate them. Both keep you watching. You don't need to childishly throw your phone into a river. Today, your phone contains your logistics, work, banking, maps, appointments, and half your life. The problem is that you pick it up like an owner and put it down like a drained battery. To stop being someone else's asset, you need to stop eating informational fast food and start charging an emotion tax. Anything that causes instant rage or instant excitement should go into a 10-minute quarantine. Ask yourself not who is right, but who is monetizing your reaction right now: the platform, the creator, the seller, or the politician. Stop trusting lone screenshots and armchair experts. Clean mental trash out of your feed without regret, and take back your right to be bored, because boredom is where the brain resets and remembers what you want. Stop lying to yourself that you're just watching content. The content is watching you, measuring you, learning from you, finding the keys to your vulnerabilities. Money and reputation can be rebuilt, but the hours of your life you burned on someone else's outrage are never coming back. This market works like a funnel for the soul. First, it takes your minutes. Then it turns those minutes into habit, habit into trust, trust into beliefs, and from those beliefs, it extracts money. If you don't want to be feed for this machine, start small. The next time your hand automatically reaches for the phone for 5 minutes, just slow down and ask yourself, am I choosing this right now? Or have I already been chosen?